Welcome to the official Gem Blenders gameplay demo. For the best experience, first check out the rules page at gemblenders.com to familiarize yourself with how to play. In a standard game, players start with 20 hit points and play 2 to 3 rounds. However, in this abbreviated game, each player will start with just 15 hit points, so you get the feel for gameplay as quickly as possible. Players start by sitting across from each other, removing their hero cards from their decks, and playing them face down on their fields, in left, center, right, and back position. Keep in mind that the back position hero cannot attack or be attacked, but it still may use its effect. Players then draw 7 cards from their shuffled decks. It's important to get at least a couple gems in your starting hand. You may shuffle your hand back into your deck and redraw once if you wish. Once both players are happy with their hand, they'll flip their heroes face up and start playing. Since player 1 is going first, they do not draw a card to start their turn. However, they do have some heroes with first turn effects that can be activated right away. First player 1 uses Carter's effect Spoiled to draw a card from their deck. Then they equip Selma with a Lucio gem, which counts as their allotted gem for the turn. As indicated by the activation gem icon, this gem activates Selma's effect Blend Database, allowing player 1 to search their deck for Hail Dominator. Every time a player searches their deck for a card, they must shuffle their deck afterward. Player 1 passes the turn, and player 2 draws to start their turn. Player 2 begins by equipping Judith with a Pyro gem, which activates her first turn effect Gem Charm. Player 2 uses Gem Charm to search their deck for a Nocturna gem and adds it to their hand. Player 2 passes the turn, and player 1 draws. Player 1 begins by equipping Selma with an Arrow gem. Player 1 then plays the blend Angel on Selma. In order to play a blend, the hero must meet the blend's level and gem requirements. Since Selma is a level 3 hero and is equipped with a Lucio gem and an Arrow gem, we're good to go. Player 1 attacks with Selma, hitting Judith for 2. Since Judith has 0 defense, player 2 takes 2 damage to their HP. Player 1 ends their turn. Player 2 draws and equips Judith with a Nocturna gem. Player 2 plays Mage on Judith, and then uses Mage's effect Offering to discard a ram from their hand and search their deck for 2 Capra gems. Player 2 passes the turn, and player 1 draws. Player 1 begins by playing the action card Gem Search. When action cards are played, they go directly into the action meter, a vertical stack of cards to the left of a player's field. A maximum of 5 action cards can be added to the action meter per round. Player 1 uses the Gem Search to search their deck for a Cryo gem. Player 1 then plays a Cryo gem on Kathy. Player 1 uses Angel's effect Wind Gust to switch Selma to right position to avoid player 2's blended hero, and then attacks Elaine for 2. Player 2 takes 2 damage and player 1 passes the turn. Player 2 draws, and then discards a second ram to get 2 more Capra gems, using Mage's effect Offering again. Player 2 plays a Capra gem on Francisco, activating his effect Research Distribution. Player 2 deblends Mage, and then uses Francisco's effect to move the Nocturna gem on Judith to Francisco, and then from Francisco to Elaine, totaling 2 total movements. The Nocturna gem on Elaine activates her ability, giving her +2 attack while in left position. Elaine attacks Selma for 2, and player 1 takes 2 damage. Player 2 passes the turn, and player 1 draws. Player 1 uses Gloria's effect Cross-Reference to discard Glacier and search their deck for an Aqua gem. Player 1 then plays an Aqua gem on Kathy. Player 1 deblends Angel and then plays the action Organize, moving all gems from Selma to Kathy. Player 1 plays Hail Dominator on Kathy. Because Kathy is in center position, Hail Dominator's effect Vantage Point is activated, giving her +3 attack. Kathy attacks, and Player 2 takes 5 damage to their HP. Player 1 passes the turn, and Player 2 draws. Player 2 equips Eleanor with a Terra Gem. Player 2 then uses Francisco's effect Research Distribution to move the Pyro Gem on Judith to Francisco, and then the Capra Gem on Francisco to Eleanor. Player 2 plays a guard on Eleanor. Player 2 ends their turn by attacking with a lane for 2. Player 1 takes 2 damage to their HP. Player 1 draws and then uses the action Super Draw. Player 1 puts River Angel on the bottom of their deck and draws 3 cards. Player 1 plays an Arrow Gem on Carter to activate his defense and then ends their turn. Player 2 draws and then plays a Nocturna Gem on Eleanor. Player 2 then plays the action Invert, switching guards' written attack and defense for the duration of their turn. Player 2 attacks with both Eleanor and Elaine. Player 1 decides to deblend to block with Kathy. Anytime a blended hero is attacked, that player has the option to deblend the hero and block all the damage. Elaine's attack still goes through and Player 1 takes 2 damage. Player 2 ends their turn and Player 1 draws. Player 1 plays a Super Blend Search and searches their deck for an Electron. Then Player 1 discards Electron using Gloria's effect Cross-Reference. Player 1 grabs an Electro Gem and adds it to their hand. Player 1 equips Kathy with an Electro Gem and blends Stormweaver. Using Stormweaver's effect Low Pressure Aura, Player 1 attacks with Kathy to Judith, hitting Player 2 for 4 damage. Player 1 passes the turn, and Player 2 draws. Player 2 plays an Electro Gem on Eleanor. Player 2 then uses Francisco's effect to move the Pyro Gem to Eleanor. Player 2 deblends Guard and then blends a Bluster Mage on Eleanor. Using Bluster Mage's effect Summoning Spell, Player 2 discards a Pyro Gem and searches their deck for a Rage Domesticator. Player 2 deblends Bluster Mage and plays Flare Launcher. Using Flare Launcher's effect Missile, Player 2 discards a Capra Gem and inflicts 3 non-attack damage to Player 1's HP. Player 2 deblends Flare Launcher and then plays the action Arrange. Player 2 moves Eleanor into left position and then plays the blend Rage Domesticator. Rage Domesticator's effect Rampage swaps its written attack and defense until the end of the turn. Finally, Player 2 attacks for 6 with Eleanor to win the game. Wow, that was a close game. Thanks for checking out this demo. I can assure you that it's just the beginning of the depth and strategy that Gem Blenders has to offer. With higher HP totals and multiple rounds, along with hundreds of blends and heroes, you'll find many different synergies to build decks around. To learn more about Gem Blenders, check out our website and Discord server. Thanks again for watching.